Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the Wednesday's Night Watch. I am your host this evening, King Black Cherry. I have with me E-Tap right over there. There.
What's up,
There.
everybody?
Right.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing very well.
Yes, and Anthony would be here right now, but he can't even get his own camera working, so hopefully he'll be able to join us at some point this evening. So, um, let's go ahead and just talk about breaking news. We all know what's going on. It is June 3rd, 2020, or some people like to say the sixth level of Jumanji is going on right now of 2020. I don't know if I won't even say what happened to make this all start. But let's go ahead and just say it. All right, a gentleman named George Floyd was pretty much going into custody, and while in custody, he was killed by by a gentleman, by a police officer who had his knee on George's neck for over 8 minutes.
Chris,
And dude,
Chris, I'm sorry. Before you go, your screen is flickering.
is it flickering?
Yes.
That's weird. Anyway, um, this whole thing started, and
Better.
it's just been a snowball ever since of like police brutality and racial things and all this kind of stuff, which started riots and a lot of protests are going on right now. Curfews are implemented. Um, Pete, have you seen any of these curfews? Or
I
any of these protests?
okay. So I've been literally ever since the whole incident happened. I've been really watching Twitter, a lot of
Yeah,
Twitter, a lot of pretty much Twitter. Honestly, I've been following a lot of Twitter and a lot. And really, Twitter, you see everything.
yeah,
Because you see if we don't see like the unfortunately our media doesn't really shows what they want to see sometimes, but don't show everything. So I just want to say one thing before we go into this topic. I want to say, guys, if you want to comment, please keep it respectful. I know people have different opinions, a different whatever. Whether you're blue or red, let's keep it respectful. Like racism will not be tolerated. I'm sorry, right here and there,
well,
racism, any racist comments, anything like that will not be tolerated from us.
you will be banned
You will be
permanently.
banned. I'm sorry, dude. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So please keep it respectful. I respect everybody's opinions. So does Chris. And if you come off like, even if you have maybe disagreement, that's fine. But come with a rational, uh, come in with rationally, intelligently. Don't come off like just like let's be respectful about the manner. I think we as Americans, as just not even American citizens, as anybody who have been through so much, has been through the ringer this past week. So I hope that you all understand this, and let's just talk in a civilized manner, and let's have
Yeah,
an intelligent conversation about this, and you know, and hopefully we can all come up better this way. Chris,
yeah.
please set it up. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So whole thing started with riots and whatnot, and what's going on right now is riots in the street, protests in the streets. So I'm just going to say this: this is this is not new to my color race. It's not new to black people. It's not. Um, we have Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile, so many other victims, even to the point where I remember a guy in I think it was Miami actually. He was he was trying to like talk to his autistic student, and his autistic student was in the middle of the road with a toy, and he was sitting there playing with it, and the guy was like the black guy who was his teacher was laying on his back, hands up, telling the police officers, "Please don't shoot. I'm trying to take care of this student, trying to take care of my student." When he still got shot. Like, and he has no. This has been going on for years, for decades. This is not something that's new, but this is something that has now been amplified, and this is something that now everyone is starting to notice. And I'm I don't want to sound like a dick, but it's a shame it took this long for people to finally notice it and people actually finally trying to step up to it. And now, like, even in fact, now everyone can see why Kaepernick kneeled. Everyone can see that now. Everyone understands that now. And it's like, okay, so what are you guys going to do about it? You guys hated him doing it before because he's doing it quietly. But then you hate the riots going on. And you hate all this people blocking traffic. So my question is to everyone in the audience, and even to you, Pete, what is the correct way to protest for a
You know
black man?
what?
For anyone that's black.
I don't know if there is a correct way, Chris. I'll be honest. Like I said, I think this has been going on for years, like more than ever since. I mean, let's look at history. I
Martin
love
Luther
history.
King.
Yeah, like that's 60 years ago. Martin Luther King
Yeah.
and the Civil Rights Movement. Yeah, Martin Luther King, you have Malcolm X, who really led the charge, and and I know a lot of people have been quoting Martin Luther King, but let's be honest. Like, even though he was assassinated, he made a huge difference. He made a huge impact for this country. If anybody thinks otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. Because we honestly have a holiday for him, not just a holiday. He made a huge difference. He made so much, but in the same time, though, I agree. Though there is an underlying problem in this country. We don't know what it is. Now, I want to just say one thing, because a lot of times I think the problem was I kind of see that now. The problem, I think, a lot of times when because I'm looking for both sides. You got to look at for both sides. You can't look at from one perspective and another perspective. And I think that's a problem with a lot of people on Facebook who are going there and talking about this issue. It's either you bleed red or you bleed blue. But nobody's coming up with anything. It's not political. This is not about politics, guys.
Not at all.
It about politics. Please stop making it about politics. You guys don't understand
common decency for fellow human being.
Exactly. This is not about politics, man. This has nothing to do with your point of view of how things should be. We got to look at ourselves as people, human beings. That's the thing we got to look at as humanity. We're all humans, man. The fact that, and I saw this video, and I'll be honest with you, man, I was disgusted. I was literally enraged because I think we get so accustomed to this. We get so accustomed to all these things that happen all the time. We just feel like, oh, it's another one. It's another one. But when I saw the whole video, I saw 9 minutes. And literally by the 6th, 7th minute, the man was literally passed out. He
was dead. He was dead.
Yeah. and I'm like, what is going on here? Why can't they realize this guy? Like, seriously, it's excessive so excessive. Like, how is this okay? Now, do I think? I know, like, we all have different opinions. Do I think the looting and rioting is okay? No, I do not.
No.
But here's the thing, though. The problem is, we can't lose a message that's being sent. We can't lose a message that we're trying to send over here. This is, yes, that is wrong. We shouldn't condone that. But yeah, we shouldn't condone police brutality. Now, are there good cops that do? Absolutely. We shouldn't condone brutality of cops. There's no reason why we should say fuck the police. It's not that's not the way to do it. It's not fuck the police. There are good people out there. Fuck the bad police. Yes. The people who are bad, we should go over there. And police officers need to also understand, look, if there's a bad cop over there, if there's somebody who is tarnishing your badge, get him the hell out of there. Get him out. Done. Same with everybody else. We need to just, come on, stop it. Cut it out. This is not, like, this shit should not happen. Because,
no, it shouldn't.
Like I said, as a society, we're tearing each other apart. This is, and I'll be honest, Chris, I thought literally, COVID-19, or everything that happened will bring more people together. And honestly, man, it did not. And then when this happened, This is literally almost tearing people apart. But the silver lining about all this, Chris, and I'm going to tell you right now, man. When I see a white officer hugging a black child and he's crying in his arms, that moved me. When I saw a black woman hugging a white officer, that moved. When I see a police officer, a police chief in Flint, Michigan, he says, "You know what? We're going to drop our batons, we're going to drop our hats, and we're going to march. We're going to we're going to make this a parade." That moved me. When I see that, this is stuff that literally we should all be doing, man. Forget about like everything that we've the fact that we've we're so angry and so hurt about this. Let's make this let's make something good out of it. Let's try to go over there and come together. Let's talk, rationally. Please, and everybody who's joined us, man, please, if you have any comments about it, do it in a rational and in a good manner. Try to come, say it in a really respectful manner. And it's going to be on here, guys. See, it's his birthday, but he's having technical difficulties. But yeah, seriously, man. And like I said, man, don't tell me that this, of course it affects me. I've been trying to keep quiet because, like I said, I don't think I had the right to say anything. And not because I feel that I need to, that it doesn't affect me or shouldn't, that I'm compliant with what goes on in this world. No, I'm not compliant. But at the same time, I'm going to let the people who actually have experienced this, let them talk first. They're the ones who should talk first. And if we experience racism, anybody experience police harassment, should be the ones to speak first, should have the right to speak first.
Right.
And then we should support that. And that's the way I feel about it.
Right.
Now, like I said, though, and I urge you guys, stop. And one thing I hate, and I want to say, stop fighting amongst each other on Facebook, man. Stop being like, you know what, screw that guy, screw this guy. If you disagree with somebody, go over there and talk to them in an intelligent manner. Explain to them, ask them, why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you feel this way? You know what I'm saying? And then get their perspective before you make a rational judgment. Because I feel like going over there and that's not the answer, man.
Tit for tat, not really getting anywhere, and just blatantly just going at each other's throats instead of coming together and be like, hey, so I see where you're coming from, and I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry, I don't feel that way, but I see where you're coming from. I just can't think in that way. I'm sorry, and just leave it at that. Just be like, you agree to disagree, but still have respect for one another.
Exactly.
And it's just all about having common decency for the next human being right next to you. That's literally all it is. But it's so hard for people to do that, and I don't understand why. And when I tell people the fact that racism exists, and people tell me, no, it does not. How can you sit there and tell me it does not when it happens to me on a daily basis? I see it more often than you do. Because the fact that I'm black, and it may not be because the fact I'm black, maybe because the fact that I'm fat, whatever case it be, I don't give a shit. I have been stopped by police who have wanted to search my car because they thought it smelled like weed in it. Let me tell you something, Pete. I've never had weed in my car. Never. Never smoked it. Never had weed in my car. None of that. Never did any of that shit.
Yeah.
But, to this police officer, smells like weed. I think I need you to step outside, and I'm gonna need to search your car. Really? Why? Smells like weed.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead and step outside. And I guarantee 80% of the times I've been stopped by the police, I've been scared to death. I've been shaking. I have been to the point where I pretty much it's scared. The fact I may not come home that night.
Yeah.
And I should never feel that way, ladies and gentlemen. Never feel that way. Yeah. But it happens. Even when the fact, I have gone, since I mostly do interracial dating. So when I'm out on the date with someone and possibly a cop stops us, I'm more terrified of the fact of my date being in that situation than I am.
What's up, Donnie?
What's up, Don? So it's that also plays a factor in it as well. And someone like me shouldn't live life like this, but it
Yeah,
happens.
I agree. Um, and that's the thing too. I feel like the problem. I think I always feel the problem with and it's not just like I think really when you hit the nail on the head, race is a big problem. But there's so many things that's a big problem. I think really being quick to judge somebody.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of the star of racism, to be honest. Being quick to judge somebody is one of the things that I think people are so quick to do. Just go over there and be like, you know what? Yeah, I already figured this person out. It's like,
Yeah.
have you? Or have you not even given the chance to know this person and ask the right questions about a person? And that's one of the things that always feels like it's such a problem with everybody. I mean, and I think that's like I said, that's a form of racism in a sense, because when you look at it, and like in your case, Chris, like I said, a black man, driving, like I said, even a nice car or anything like that, you assume you make assumptions.
Yeah.
And without really knowing everything. And I think that's a problem. We shouldn't jump to conclusions and just, less for innocent until proven guilty. That's one thing we need to do a much better job. Innocent until proven guilty. Let's not just jump to conclusions. If we're gonna go over there and accuse somebody of something, let's make sure the accusations are correct before we go over there and make it. But like I said, yes. If you want, we can post some in the comments and all that. And like I said, guys, please, like I said, I know everybody has different opinions about everything. Please keep it respectful. This is honestly a much more.
Fuck you.
I was trying to make a point, Scriven. I wasn't saying that he has a nice car. I was trying to make a point. But you know what's funny though? I want to make. I want to say something and all that. It's So I was driving. I think it was about a year ago. I had a stop at the traffic stop. And the cops were like, they usually have traffic stops over there in Northport and all that, and they stop you randomly and all that. You have to give your ID, your registration, and all that. So I went over there, stopped, gave him my ID and registration, and the police cop looks at my car and it's like saying, "These are illegal tint," and I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, it doesn't seem like legal tint to me. Are you sure?" It's like, and I want to say to the guy, "Look, I had this car for 7 years. I've gotten tickets. No cop has ever accused me all the times they gave me tickets of this is illegal tint or not." And they never really made a big deal about it. For some reason, this guy was literally, and then I see another cop with a flashlight looking into my car trying to find something. And I'm like, yeah, it's legal tint and all that. So I'm just kind of like literally a minute and all that. He's like, I don't know. I can tell because it's not daylight. And I'm like, okay. I mean, and then guys, all right, fine, you can go. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And literally, they're like, what the fuck was that? Like, really? He's trying to find something? It's like they're trying to find something. I understand a police officer's job is hard. And I think the biggest problem, and I don't know, I'm not a police officer, but I think the biggest problem with police officers is the fact that they have quotas. They have to meet certain quotas. They have to meet certain things. So they have to go and, what I'm saying? Like every single time you see them, checking for people speeding so they can write tickets, so they can meet those quotas. I always feel that's something that they're, I think Anthony said about, they're for protect and serve. Protect and serve. Serve the community and protect the community. It's not about hey, how many fucking tickets I'm going to write a month for speeding, or how many tickets, or how many buses I'm going to make a month. To be promoted. I think, a lot of times, I'm not a police officer. I think a lot of times, that pressure or that thing it shouldn't be around. Now, like I said, I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I don't know what the answer could be. I don't know how you're going to get to that point where, hey, this could help.
Right.
I mean, like I said, because unfortunately, and I don't know, if racism will ever end, because I feel like I can't say it will. I mean, there probably will be somebody, regardless. We're 2020, guys. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's still, it's still kind of the thing. And, but like I said, though, I feel like one thing that we need to do better as people is just treat people more respectful, more like I said, more respectful, more dignity. I don't see how having police officers work with the community. I don't see how that's a negative. I think that's a huge positive. I think more people will have more in respect for police officers and all of that. You know what I'm saying? For all colors of race, not just let's treat everybody equally. Let's go over there and try to do their job in a great manner. Like I said, and for all the police officers out there who are not racist, who are doing a good job, we respect for you. We saying nothing. Like I said, I'm nothing against anything. I'm against racism, of course. I'm for cops, good cops. You know what I'm saying? I'm for, there's nothing. There's no such thing. It's silly to think that you can be one and not the other. That's silly. That's dumb to think that, because like I said, I feel like there's definitely ways we can go over there and make this a better world, better country, better whatever. We should be the beacon for this world, man. We really are. And I think we will be. I think honestly, and the fact that a lot of protests around the world says that too. The fact that London and I believe New Zealand, Australia, in Montreal, people are protesting this goes to show that we are the beacon. We should have the higher standard towards to the whole world. We should, like I said, and we have to have that higher standard, regardless. Regardless of what goes on, we need to have that higher standard. And like I said, if it's we go over there and like I said, I honestly, man, instead of going over there and yelling at somebody saying you're a scumbag racist, please, whoever makes the race, ask them, why do you feel this way? Why?
Yeah. Why do you feel? Why do you feel this way? Why? Explain to me why.
Explain to me why. Exactly. Explain to me exactly why. Because it seems to me, it's crazy to me, with all the entertainers, the black entertainers, the black athletes, everybody that has, I mean, they impact my life. Michael Jordan growing up was my hero.
Yeah.
He was my hero. It's still, like I said, I'll probably watch The Last Dance again. I love that whole thing. He was my hero growing up. That's why I fell in love with sports, because of Michael Jordan. He made a huge impact on my life.
Yeah.
When I grew up and when I was 5, Michael Jackson was my biggest. He was the one. Like when I hear Thriller and Beat It, I mean, I was huge in Michael. So the black culture had a big impact on my life. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say though, that's what I'm saying though. But so has white culture, or Hispanic culture, or Asian culture. I mean, let's be honest, man. We're a multi-pot, man.
Definitely are. We're a melting pot, and everyone gets from everyone, and it's just all one big thing, and people just need to learn, hey, we all come from different places, and we all live here under the same thing, in the same country, is love each other, respect each other, and just go about our day. There's no need for violence. There's no need for hatred. There's no need to be like, oh, I don't like you that much because I don't like the color of your skin, or I don't like you that much because your noses looks weird. No.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? Just love each other. You may not have to like each other. Just know the fact that hey, you may not think this person is a good person. Just leave him alone. Leave him be. And we all think that suck. Wow.
Devin, man. Know what?
Devin.
Hey, I love you too, bro. All right. I love you too. You know what, man? I'm going to say it right now. A Jets fan, you know what? I love Tom Brady. There you go. I said it.
What?
Things could change, guys. Things could change. You can change too, man. You see that? There you go.
Oh, my God.
See? There you go. Instead of going over there and saying my hatred for the Patriots and Tom Brady, I'm a lifetime Jets fan. You know what? I love Tom Brady. And I love the Patriots. There you go. See, that's change right there, guys. That's so easy. See that? There you go.
But we all know it's fake love, though. we all know it's fake love. Let's be real.
For like this whole show, I'll say that just for this show. But you know what though?
All right. So So for every time someone says the word Jets, Pete has to say, Tom Brady, I love you.
Oh man!
Every time someone says Jets during the show,
just saying, man, I can change too, man. I can change. Okay, you guys can change too. Okay, just saying. If you guys have like a bad heart, you got some grudge or whatever, let it go, man. Let it go.
Here we go.
Let it go, guys. Yes. I love Tom Brady.
There you go.
Tom Brady. See?
There you go. There you go.
You can change, guys. You can change too. Start forgiving, man. Start going over there. You can change.
Come on.
Tom Brady. I love him. I love Tom Brady.
Come on.
Tom Brady, I love him. Tom Brady, the New England Patriots. I love the New England Patriots. Tom Brady. You see, guys? That's change right there. That's change, man. Stop promoting hate on Facebook, man. Stop promoting hate, man. Promote love, my friend. See?
Yes.
I can say that. You guys can do it. Promote love, guys. Stop name calling all this shit, man. Stop that, man. See? I said, and this is a guy who literally hates Tom Brady. And I'm saying I love him. Oh my goodness. That takes guts. That takes guts. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was hilarious. All right. Oh, he says Tampa. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right. So, this sad news. Sony PS5 event delayed because of what we've just been talking about. It is heartbreaking to hear, but it's understandable, and we will be covering the events whenever it decides to upload or go live, whatever the case may be. Whenever that is, I will be doing a live reaction. Anthony, you're welcome to do the live reaction with me. I know, Pete, you're probably going to be working, so I'm not going to ask you to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be doing the event whenever this is happening. As far as this event, as well as any other event. And go ahead and say that again.
I will never hand my Jets card, man. I'll never hand my Jets card. Like I said, dude, I just said that. I'm not, when I'm done this show, I probably won't be a Tom Brady fan. But for not today, I'm just doing it. Yeah, but
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the PS5 event that was supposed to reveal, Sony's supposed to reveal some things about the PS5. I don't know if they're going to show the PS5, but they were going to do some type of event that was supposed to be happening tomorrow, but it got delayed. So, because of what's going on. And we'll cover it whenever they decide to show it off. All right. Now, next thing. And you said nothing was happening in wrestling, right, Pete?
No, nothing's happened in wrestling. I mean, I know. Well, what's cool though? A lot of wrestlers definitely like Titus O'Neil. A lot of wrestlers, of course, comment on the whole George Floyd situation and everything that's going on. Black Lives Matter. They definitely commented. They definitely, and you know, they've been really strong supporters on Twitter. So, I mean, that's great. I think it's, you know, it's definitely great that to see celebrities out there. I gotta also point out though, I honestly, if I instead of, I don't know, because sometimes I think Twitter and everything else. I mean, it's great to make comments, but I gotta respect that, like a guy like John Jones, who I've been very critical about before. I've been very.
This is true. We both have.
I have, and I like I said, 100%. I'm not going to go over and take that back. What I've said about John Jones being very critical for him. But honestly, this past a couple of days ago, a couple I think it's Albuquerque. They're trying to a couple guys trying to vandalize, like spray paint like buildings, and John Jones literally ran over and snatched these spray cans. It's like, no, we're not doing this way. We're not doing this way. It's like, give me the spray can, and they literally took it away and all that. I mean, here's my thing though. Who is gonna say no to John Jones? Like who's? I mean, would it be a smart idea to be like, no, I'm not. You're not taking that away. I mean, these guys are pretty. I think they understood. Like, look, let me just give it up because I'm not gonna get my ass whooped. So yeah, but you know, like it's really cool that John Jones did that. I really respect that fact that he stood up to that. Also, I think we have other celebrities. John Boyega, actually, who today was in a John Jones. You know, like I said, though, I don't. I've been very critical of John Jones before because of like I know his hit and run and other things, his drug abuse and stuff like that. But like I said, I think one thing, a message I want to get across: everybody has should have a second chance. If they do something right, they should have a second chance. Should do like, but not everybody.
He's had multiple chances. He's had multiple chances. It's not like this is his first screw up.
No, it's not. It's not. But I mean, at least, like I said, he took a good turn in this. Like I say, I might not respect everything he's done before. He's a great UFC fighter. He probably would be the GOAT, honestly, if it wasn't for all his all his faults or everything he's done before. But at the same time, though, I mean, like I said, though, maybe he changed. Maybe maybe he's a better man now. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, I can't. But like I said, and sometimes I look at it, I'm like, wow, okay, great, good job. So,
yeah. To answer your question, Devin, it's all a matter of time. In fact, if I have time to set it up and put it in, or not, that's literally what it is. It is literally the fact if I have time or not. Today, I didn't really have that much time to do everything because of work and what's been going on. It's just been kind of sticking to myself and not really doing too much. But yeah, whenever I have time, I usually post I'll plug in little videos and whatever it can be, and whatnot and so forth. But all right, moving on. So, did you hear the news?
No.
About this?
New Planet of the Apes?
Yes. New Planet of the Apes movies that's going to be, I'm assuming, taking place after the Andy Serkis ones.
I don't know if I feel about this because I feel like the last trilogy was probably one of the best trilogies of any movie series. And I know people probably will like, really? You think that? Yeah, I do actually. If you ever watch the Planet of the Apes movie, this new trilogy, it's amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Amazing acting by Andy Serkis. You actually feel raw emotion with his character.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, like I say, the story is really great. I mean, and I think each movie had great villains too. I mean, like from Koba, from the second one to Woody Harrelson as the general in the third.
And James Franco was in the first one.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I said, I thought all three of them are really good movies. So this will be very tasking for Disney. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure who they're gonna have involved with it. I mean, I kind of wish that Screaming, you gotta post this. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Scriven.
2020 has not been a fun year, man, to say the least. 2020 has not been a fun year. No. I hope we come up better people, though. That's kind of like what I'm going for, man. I tell you what, dude. So, we're gonna talk a little later about.
Oh my God! Here we go.
We finally got him.
We finally got him, but we can't hear him. Can't hear you.
Come on, Ant.
Can't hear you.
Come on, birthday boy. Hey, guys. Say happy birthday to Ant. It's his birthday, guys. Come on. Happy birthday, Ant.
Can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
Come on, Ant.
Come on, Ant.
Come on, Ant. You got this. You got this. Anyway, going back to Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I think I'm excited, but I don't know. I kind of wish it just continued from like that trilogy and just start
I
like
think
just
that's what it's going to do.
it's
To
gonna
continue.
be so
Yeah,
it's gonna
that's how
be
it's
like
going to be.
Caesar's son, right?
Yeah. Well, yes, yes. Be Caesar's son, and then carrying out into whatnot. Point to
Okay,
your ears.
yeah, I guess I can hear you,
Can't hear
but
you. Can't hear you. I know you can hear us, but we can't hear you.
and, and it's not having a good birthday right now. So, what's your thoughts, Chris, about this? Are you excited?
I'm I'm kind of like I'm to the point where I'm like, do we need this? Does anyone is anyone asking for this after the last trilogy? Last trilogy was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. But at one point, do we get to a point where we're like, is it when is enough is enough? Like, when is this gonna end? Kind of a thing. Like, no one's asking for this. That was Shauna, by the way, Devin. All right, he came out and he came back in. Let's see if he's ready to join us. Oh, and he left again. Never mind. All right, so
Yeah, no, I understand. I hear you. I mean, it literally. I feel the thing is with Disney, it's like a movie franchise. Like anything that's successful or makes money, they're gonna keep on doing it, regardless. I mean, look at Star Wars. Look, they want to reboot Indiana Jones or whatever. They want to do Avatars. They want to do like you know what I'm saying.
why not do something new? That's the thing I don't understand. Like, you have all these franchises. I get it, and everybody loves these franchises, and there's a
Yeah,
love for them. 100%.
yeah.
I 100% get that. But start something new.
I agree because I think the thing with Disney is once they have something that's successful, they'll run it right straight to the ground. Case in point,
They're the Nintendo of freaking film industry.
well, like case in point, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like the first
Yeah.
one's amazing, and then the next 5 or 4 sequels kind of were like, you know what I'm saying? They never really hit the mark like the first one. The first one was amazing. So I feel like the problem with Disney is they don't know when to be like, you know what, let's just put this to rest and go somewhere else.
Caesar's dead, bro.
Yeah, he is
Caesar's dead.
actually. If you haven't,
So,
spoiler alert, spoiler, alert, yeah, Caesar died in the third. His son
Caesar,
will pretty much take over. Planet of the Lizards.
what would were we talking lizards like Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man lizard?
Oh, like the lizard from Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, are we talking that, or are we talking something
Lizard
else?
people, or lizards, or lizard people, or like giant lizards.
Are we talking like Godzilla, King of Monsters, kind of a thing?
Well, that is Planet. Isn't that Planet of the Lizard right there? Because he really is the king of the monsters.
Pretty much, but I think he's more of an iguana.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
What? I don't know what you meant by that. What? But yeah. All right. So moving on and going off. Oh, he will always.
Let me in.
Well, you're not. Your video doesn't show. So how can I let you in if your video doesn't
I'm
show?
here. Can you hear me? You guys still can't hear me. Hello?
How can I let you in if your video doesn't show? Look, it's already Planet.
Hey, they can hear me, but you can't hear me?
Might as well call it Planet Earth.
Yeah, might as well call it Planet Earth, man.
All right, moving on with the whole like hairy people. All right, let's hide this.
Let's go.
Ryan Gosling
Bring it
is going to
back.
be the new Wolfman. Restart
I'd
the
be a
show.
pretty good Wolfman. Look at this.
Okay. Everybody can hear him, but nobody can see him. So we're going to restart the show, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, and we'll be back here in a couple minutes.